There is a kind of silence that only comes after goodbye. Not the peaceful kind, the hollow kind. The kind that makes ordinary days feel heavier than they should. You wake up, reach for your phone, and remember there's no message coming. You walk past places that used to mean something and now feel like empty stages after the show has ended. And somewhere in the middle of all that quiet, one question keeps circling. Why wasn't I enough? But here is the truth. Most people don't tell you, not because they want to hide it, but because they don't know it themselves. Not everything you lose is a loss. Some things leave because they are not meant to stay. Sometimes what feels like rejection is actually protection. Sometimes what looks like abandonment is redirection. And sometimes the person you were begging to stay was the very person blocking what was meant to arrive. You don't see it yet. Of course you don't. You're standing in the middle of the storm, not above it. Right now, it feels like something was taken from you. But one day you may realize something was cleared for you. People say, when one door closes, another opens. But they rarely mention the hallway, that confusing, lonely in-between space where nothing feels certain and everything feels unfinished. That's where you are. Not abandoned, not forgotten, just redirected. You may still love them. You may still miss them. You may even replay the good memories like a movie you don't know how to stop. That doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. Loving someone deeply is not a mistake. It is one of the most courageous things a person can do in a world where indifference is easier. So don't regret loving. Regret would mean you wish you had been colder, smaller, less open. And that would not have protected you. It would have prevented you from ever experiencing something real. You loved, you gave, you showed up. That is not failure. That is evidence that your heart is still alive. But love is not meant to be a prison. If holding on hurts more than letting go, then letting go is not weakness. It is wisdom. You are not supposed to chase someone who is not choosing you. You are not supposed to convince someone to see your worth. And you are definitely not supposed to shrink yourself just to fit into someone else's uncertainty. The right love does not require constant negotiation for basic respect. It does not feel like walking on emotional eggshells. It does not make you question your value every week. The right love feels calm, clear, mutual, not perfect, but peaceful. Sometimes people come into your life not to stay, but to teach. They teach you your boundaries. They teach you your triggers. They teach you what you will never tolerate again. They teach you how deeply you can feel and how strong you can become when you survive losing it. Think of it this way. Some people are chapters. Some people are lessons. Very few people are the whole story. If they left, it doesn't always mean they were bad. It often means they were temporary. And temporary things can still be meaningful. A sunset doesn't last long, but no one calls it worthless. You might be telling yourself, but what if they were the one? If they were the one, they wouldn't have left you behind to figure everything out alone. The right person doesn't just love you in good moments. They show up when things are complicated, inconvenient, or uncertain. Love that disappears under pressure is not lifelong love. It's situational attachment. And you deserve more than someone who is only present when it's easy. Right now, it may feel like your life has stalled. Like everyone else is moving forward while you're stuck replaying the past. But healing is not a visible activity. It doesn't come with applause. It doesn't look impressive from the outside. Yet inside, something important is happening. Your standards are changing. Your self-respect is rebuilding. Your tolerance for emotional chaos is decreasing. Your understanding of what you truly want is sharpening. You are not stuck. You are recalibrating. There is a phrase people sometimes say jokingly. When the wrong one leaves, the right one gets closer. It sounds simple, even cliche, but underneath it is a powerful truth. You cannot receive what you are not available for. As long as your energy, attention, and hope are tied to someone who cannot meet you where you are, there is no space for someone who can. Letting go is not just about losing someone. It is about making room. Room for peace. Room for clarity. Room for a love that doesn't require constant survival mode. And maybe, just maybe, this isn't punishment. Maybe it's preparation. Preparation for a version of you that won't accept crumbs anymore. Preparation for a relationship where you don't have to beg for reassurance. Preparation for someone who sees your depth not as too much, but as something rare and precious. You are not being set back. You are being set up. Love when you can. Be open when it feels right. Allow yourself to experience connection, but don't grip so tightly that you lose yourself in the process. Everything in life is meant to be held with open hands, not clenched fists. When something is meant for you, it doesn't require you to trap it. It stays because it wants to, not because you're afraid to let go. So yes, love deeply, give generously, show your heart. But if the time comes to release, release with dignity, not desperation. Let it go so it can either return transformed or be replaced by something better aligned. One day you will meet someone who doesn't confuse you, someone whose actions match their words, someone who doesn't disappear when things get real, someone who makes you feel chosen, not tolerated. And when that happens, you may look back at this pain and realize something surprising. You didn't lose your chance at love. You lost the version of love that wasn't capable of lasting. Until then, focus on becoming the person who is ready for that kind of love. Build your life. Strengthen your mind. Take care of your body. Invest in your friendships. Create joy that does not depend on one person's presence. Because the most attractive thing in the world is not perfection, it's wholeness. When you are okay on your own, love becomes a choice, not a lifeline. So if you are hurting right now, hear this. You are not broken. You are not unlovable. You are not behind in life. You are in transition. And transitions always feel messy because you are leaving one identity behind before the next one has fully formed. Be patient with yourself. Not meant to be is not the same as not meant for love. God's redirection is not denial. It is guidance. And progress does not always look like moving forward. Sometimes it looks like stopping, healing, and refusing to go back to what hurt you. You are getting ready. Ready for the right one. Ready for the right timing. Ready for a love that doesn't make you question whether you matter. So walk away if you must. Cry if you need to. Rest when you're tired. But don't close your heart permanently just because one person couldn't hold it properly. Love and be loved whenever the opportunity is real. And if it slips away, don't chase it into exhaustion. Let it go with grace, because what is truly meant for you does not require you to abandon yourself to keep it. Your story did not end. It simply changed direction. And sometimes the road that feels like a detour is actually the one that leads you home.